What's up, FishTube? Bearded Bob once again. Figured I'd do a quick little video here. I haven't done a video in a little while, so figured I'd get on here and just do a little bit of filming, touch base on some projects in the fish room here. Right here we've just got this 40-gallon breeder that I've moved all of my blue star endlers into. So all the males and females are all in this tank. As you can see, it is jam-packed. Moved some plants around. These are just temporary homes until I get everything figured out in the fish room here. Moving stuff around. This is in with the Neocaridina culls. These are all across the board. Different colors and variants and some cool things. Some plain ones. But yeah, I just like watching these guys. There's tons of males in here and they're just so vibrant in color, it's crazy. So I figured while I was sitting here watching them eat, I might as well make a little video about it. So there's that one. Again, we got this other tank here. I pulled out a lot of the plants in it and started putting in some smaller plants. This is the tank that's housing all of my grow outs right now, or most of them I should say, for bristlenose plecos and apparently snails. As you can see, there's a pile of snails right there. But, you know, I feed this tank pretty heavily, so it's to be expected. Every once in a while I'll get in here and scoop some out. Sell some on eBay once in a while. Otherwise they just kind of turn back into fish food. So, you know. But these guys are doing really good. There's a big pile of them back there. Oh, can't see past those. I suppose I should have scrubbed the glass before I started filming, but like I said, impromptu video. This is the state of the fish room right now, but you can just see how many baby bristlenose are in this tank. And like I said, this isn't even all of them. I've moved some around. Got some in all the tanks pretty much now. Here's this 10-gallon. Got a little albino guy in there. This one's still got the last few males that I have from the steak endlers. I still need to get myself some females, and I got to do a little culling in here because those two there are just not the greatest. The two there with the color I do want to keep. I basically definitely need to get in here and pull this duckweed and clean these plants off because look at that. Ugh. Tons of hair algae. Here's the other one of the other 10-gallon tanks in this little system here. This is Blue Dreams. This was the original colony of Blue Dreams. I'm still slowly culling out of this one as often as I can, but there are still some lighter colored variants and ones that have a little bit of red splotching once in a while on them. But for the most part, they're all pretty good Blue Dreams. I do have another tank of just the blues that I cull heavily on. Here is the Peppermint Twist Endlers. Again, you know, I wish they had a little bit better coloration. Maybe I need to go in here and do a little bit more culling. I've just kind of let them do their thing for the last, I don't know, half a year to a year. So I probably need to get in there and do it. This is my orange Neocaridina project. As you can see, we've got some really good candidates in there. Some really good looking oranges. And these all came from either my cull tank or yellows from a yellow Neocaridina tank that were more orange than yellow. But you can see there's a nice one right there on that leaf. And there was a couple more down here that I liked, like that one right there in the center of the frame. So eventually I'm going to come in here and just pull out, ooh, there's a couple more right there that are really nice. There's one yellow in there too. I'm going to pull some out and move them to a different tank. Down here is just the sump. This is all going to get rearranged. These tanks are going to get taken off of this sump. They'll be just tanks by themselves pretty soon here. And then this tank will get repurposed. It'll just be another tank. Won't be a whatever this is right now, this crazy plant growth thing going on. But future projects, here is the main tank of Blue Dreams. As you can see, I mean, I need to clean the filter. It's not pushing as much water as it should right now. So these guys are all on the top, skimming some surface film and food and whatever else. This tank also houses my pygmy corridors, but they're all hiding. As soon as I get anywhere near this tank, they just run and hide. It's fun to watch. There's a big group of them that usually swim around unless I'm standing here. And then here's another bristlenose. This one's getting a little bit bigger. I mean, he's almost as long as my, oh, that part of my finger anyway. So he's getting ready to be big enough to be sold. Maybe he'll just stay in this tank. Not sure yet. This is the yellow Neocaridina tank. You can see there's an auto center of the frame there, kind of. Yeah, you can't really see him. And same thing in here. I need to do a little bit more culling in here. I haven't culled in this tank probably in about a month, so it's definitely due. There are some subpar guys in here that need to come out. We'll get there eventually. Lots of plants, lots of stuff going on in here, tons of moss. Over here we have, this used to house my my one goldfish, Goldie. He's been given to somebody that's going to take a little bit better care of him, somebody that has a bigger tank and some other goldfish buddies for him to hang out with. So this is all going in the garbage because this tank is pretty much junk at this point. It's supposed to have a center brace, which it never did. And it's just been, I mean, it's scratched up. Most of that isn't even algae, it's just scratches. So I just had it because I had that goldfish and I had to put him somewhere. Down here we got two 20-gallon tanks. Lights are off on those ones, but this one is got regular bristlenose, the black ones there, black and spotted ones. And then this, or no, vice versa. This has got the albino ones. This has got regular ones in there. Trying to separate them out, give them some more room to breed over there. This tank's full of all of my guppies, just random breeders and ones that I'm not using, and just, you know, kind of letting them do their thing in here. When we see cool things, we kind of pull them out, give them a tank of their own. In here is a new set of fish to the fish room. These are, what are they called? Nebula steel guppies. As you can see, they are pretty active. There's two females, two males. Both of them have really good coloration. There's no other creatures except for one little bristlenose in this tank somewhere. Lots of plants and stuff in there too. This one I've got all the babies. When I first got them, they had about 9 or 10 babies, so I pulled them out and stuck them in this tank here to raise them up. So those ones are just growing up. This one's got the Bloody Mary shrimp. This one's got the Fire Reds. Again, all of these tanks have a little baby bristlenose in them too. Here's my goldenback yellows. And here's, this was kind of the culls from my Blue Dream colony. These guys are like Superman shrimp, red and blue, Spider-Man shrimp, whatever you want to call them. They're kind of cool, but they don't breed true or anything. So it's just kind of fun to look at. And I'll probably be doing something else with them. I'll probably be selling them soon just to kind of clear this tank out. And I'm going to reset it. Up here, some new stuff to the fish room. We finally got some Caridina shrimp in this tank. As you can see, we got some blue bolts. They've been in here for, geez, I think about a month now. Nope, 2 months. They've been in here since June. So these guys have been making this their home. Some hair algae that I need to pull out of that moss. Oof. I have noticed that these Java Fern seem to do way better in soft water than they do in all my hard water tanks. So I started moving some pieces in here just to get them to grow a little bit. This is on that Akadama substrate. Hold on 1 second. Like I said, on the Akadama. We're just kind of letting them do their thing right now. We got some, geez, I can never remember plant names and stuff on them on the camera. You know what it is, Bucephalandra, there you go. And of course, wouldn't be a tank in here without duckweed and just snails everywhere. Algae. So there's that one. Now these couple of tanks here I just reset. I drilled them and set them up for overflows. And I'm starting to get the system together up here, so kind of like one tank at a time. This tank's probably just going to stay the way it is. self-enclosed little system there. These ones are going to be Neo or guppy tanks anyways, so these ones are just getting converted. Got some bags of biomedia in there to help jumpstart the cycle. The filters that are on these sponge filters here, the sponges were in other tanks for about a month and a half, getting some seeded bacteria colonies growing on them. Same thing in this one, same kind of setup, just threw some random plants in there. I tried to not get any duckweed, which looks pretty okay. I think there's a piece in there. Definitely gonna have to keep scooping. I don't want duckweed in any of these tanks, but you get what you get. So there's those. These ones are my Dumbos, my red dragon Dumbos, or half black reds, or whatever you want to call them. Not really sure quite yet, but we're working on the line here. We got a couple of nice males in there, a couple of the younger females, and then the same thing with this tank. This tank got reset, got drilled for an overflow, and same thing with the sponges in there from a cycled aquarium, and then just some biomedia, and just some random plants. Basically the same plants in all of my aquariums. You know how that works if you've seen any of my other videos. But that's kind of the state of the fish room right now. We're working on things. I've got 2 new types of guppies coming in the next couple of weeks here, so hopefully these tanks will be finished going through their little mini cycle by then. They should be good to go, but I give them a couple weeks just in case, check the parameters. Since I'm not putting shrimp in these tanks yet, I don't need to worry about them being seasoned or not, so just is what it is. Let them do their thing and watch these guys. Hopefully we start having some shrimplets soon. I'm really hoping. Shaky cam. But yeah, I've wanted blue bolts for a long time. Finally just pulled the trigger on them. There's another one in the back there. I think there's 6 of them in this tank to begin with. So like I said, 2 months they've been in here, so hopefully they start breeding. I've been looking every day for little ones, but haven't found any yet. All this is just, you see all the little things crawling in the glass. Just little bugs. You know what I'm talking about. So, that's pretty much it. Sorry about that. I'll leave you on these guys. Let them chase that female around. And, hey, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below if you got any questions. And I guess we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.